Hey everyone, how are you? Joe here. Welcome to my Easter 2017 video. I'm going to start with my outside, what I did in the window, and then I'll continue with what I did on the inside. See you soon. Okay, so here's my Easter window, and what I did here was I used 3 white baskets that I hung with fishing line from those 3M hooks at the top. There's one right there. There's one in the back, I think you can see it now, and then there's one over here. And what I did was I kind of used these two as a swing. I put Mr. and Ms. Rabbit sitting in this basket right here, and then in the back I have some eggs falling out of that basket up there, and then in this basket I have Miss Rabbit sitting in the swing basket and Mr. Rabbit right there on the side. And then down here I put another basket and a bunch of eggs all over the place. And also what I did was I hung eggs from strings, which are coming down from those 3M hooks, as well as flowers, because it is the springtime, and my purple lights. So there's a close-up look of that, and I'll show you what that looks like from a little bit back further. Okay, so you can't get the full effect on the video, unfortunately, but it is kind of cute. So that's it for my Easter window. Hi everyone, so here we are inside, and I wanted to show you my Easter extravaganza, and it's not really extravagant, I just wanted to say that word, Eggstravaganza. Anyway, so again, this, I've done a very whimsical thing here with a lot of bunnies and eggs like that, and it's I definitely celebrate the real meaning of Easter, but this is the kind of stuff that's out, so I hope it doesn't bother anybody that this is what I've done for Easter. So anyway, here we are with our rabbit in the entrance foyer, and he's about 2.5 feet tall, and we got him at the Christmas tree shop. And sitting right next to him is this little piggy and this little skinny rabbit, and he's holding her hand on a nice Easter Sunday. They were all dressed up, and she has her little Easter bonnet on, and like in the old days, okay? And right here we have this cute little baby, and he's dressed in a bunny outfit, and it looks like he's breaking out of what is a chocolate egg. It's not really chocolate, but it really does look like chocolate, and it's sitting in the middle of these high gloss eggs in this tray. So that is our entrance table. And also on the ficus tree, what I did was I found these in the dollar store, these plastic eggs, and they have little holes in the top of them, so I took that opportunity to put a little piece of floral wire in there, and I hung them from that ficus tree just to give a little bit of Easter color. And down on the bottom of the tree I have more of those high gloss eggs as well. So there is our entrance table as you come into the foyer. That's what you see. Here in the living room, what I've done for Easter, spring and summer, is I took down those heavy drapes that we have, and he put up these very sheer, light curtains with a lot of yellows in them. They have a slight touch of gray in them as well. And I changed out the pillows. I put on these yellow and white and green and white striped pillows. And again, just to give more airy and light on the coffee table, I've set the LED candles to purple for Easter, and I have this, very simple little flower arrangement that I've done here with the lilies and these branches with the buds on them, just to give a hint of spring. Also, you can see that yellow candle. I did that to pick up the yellows that I have in the room. And here's another plate of eggs, and these eggs are kind of like paper mache with those spring flowers on them, so they're kind of pretty. Over here on the side I have this elongated dish, and once again I have a bunch of eggs. These are tiny eggs. They kind of look like pigeon-sized eggs, and they're very shiny and very colorful as well. Over here near the fireplace, what you see is I have these 2 topiary trees on each side, and I always have them ready to go for something. They have lights in them that I keep all year. So what I did was a very simple type of decoration. I put some eggs in here. I did some of the plastic eggs. I have some of these They look like sugar-coated eggs, a yellow ribbon, and I've added in some butterflies as well, just for spring. And then I have this long, skinny Mr. Rabbit over here, and I have Miss Rabbit over there. And on the mantle, I found these string of egg lights in the Christmas tree shop, and I just kind of haphazardly placed them along the mantle with that dish of plastic eggs. So let me back up so you can see what that looks like from here as you enter into the living room. So here I am entering into the family room, and on the sofa table here you see a bunny with his long floppy ears greeting you as you enter into this room, and the LED candles set to purple. And I put a few of those paper mache eggs under this topiary, and down on the bottom there I have this can which has an egg motif on it. Over on this side table we have this old-fashioned looking rabbit, and we really like her. I don't know what it is about her, but we kind of find her cute. And on the table here, another dish of those high gloss eggs. And over here, we found this candy dish, which is designed like an egg, and it has a little chick sitting in the middle of it floating. And I think that's raspberry. We've had that for a while. Okay, so here is the living room the family room fireplace, and what I've done here is I have a piece of Christmas garland, and I've flattened it out. I flattened it like I did in the fall, if you saw that video, just to give me a base for things to, to hold on to. And the next thing I did was I strung some purple lights through there. Then I got a few bunches of these tulips from the dollar store, and I separated them. I cut them into individual tulips, and then I stuck them in. First I did the rabbit. I put the middle rabbit, and then the rabbit and the candle at that end, and the rabbit and the candle at that end. And then I started with my tulips, placing them from the center to the right and from the center to the left. And then the next thing I did was I have these sequined cover eggs, which are picks, and I just placed those last into there. So again, from the center to the right and from the center to the left. So it gives a little bit of that springy kind of a feel that I wanted for the holiday. And also at each end, you see those big, looks like big bunches of ivy. There was garland overhanging the edge, and I really didn't want that showing. So for the spring, I put in those ivy bunches. And we have a little basket down there, and some pansies, and a little rabbit sticking out of those vases on each side. So there is the family room mantle. So here I am in the kitchen, and the mantle over the stove, and what I've done here was I have these glass jars which used to have pasta in them, and I filled them with jelly beans, and I put those at each end. And then I found in the dollar store those they're like little baskets or little purses, I guess, for little kids. And I just stuffed them with plastic bags to, give them some dimension. And I put them up there on top of the stove mantle. And here I am coming into the dining room, and again what I've done here is I put a runner down first, and then I got a piece of Christmas garland, very, very flat. I added in some of this this greenery, one in the end, and then two in the middle here, and one at the other end. And then I added in these sugar-looking coated eggs, again from the middle to the right, from the middle to the left. And then I also added in some of this pink hay. In the center I have this vase, and I put in the daffodils again to pick up the yellow with some of the eggs. And I have my LED lights set on purple. So there's the dining room table. And also, if you look up there on top of the china closet, Marianne loves angels, and that's actually a little rabbit angel with wings. And hiding over in the corner is Peter Cottontail, sitting in the middle of that arrangement. So that's it. That's what I did for Easter. I hope you enjoy this little bit I did. It's always nice seeing you, and hopefully if you like it, give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like, please subscribe to my channel. I always have some holiday things going on, my DIYs, my shore house series, and a bunch of other stuff, including Marianne's cooking when she gets back to me being able to film her, because it's just we haven't been able to coincide our schedules. So I hope everyone has a very happy Easter and a beautiful spring, and I'll be seeing you soon. Take care, everybody.